this Goshti gave to us, this utopia, this whole Satra as a utopia given by these organizers, and I thank all of them. What kind of pragya sadhana this 3-day was an event? I see that so many intense presentations of high integrity were there. But personally, I am very indebted to the two Devis sitting in front of me, because whose paper I could read before coming here. And my presentation was basically in kind of response to the fundamental issues you raised. And what I see that we have different ways of looking what you call at the phenomena. Because unless there is a phenomena, and that is what the fundamental Hindu way of looking at things is, drishtasya anuvyakyanam bhavati. There has to be a phenomena. Then only you can make schemes and categories of understanding about it. And phenomena, fortunately or unfortunately, is never unilateral. It is always multilateral. Tremendous variety is there. So in that context, if we look at it logically or different other systems, we have been doing that. But there is primarily what we can do, and that's where this film has led to, that aesthetic dimension, the way to the mind to look at the phenomena of truth and reality aesthetically. If that is there, then what will happen, that the connect or the co-optation, which will not be a kind of something which to be keep distance from, but that connecting and co-optation will be or is actually a reality of our experience in understanding all these different phenomena. But this co-optation is not a fait accompli, but it is always a continuous process, always continuous process. And I will like to just mention a couple of the things which were very obvious and we all know. That Sundarlal Bahugana, when I personally was very much working with him, he said his turning point came when he connected with Chidanand Saraswati. And Indu Tikekar then took that as a life mission to give that narrative to the masses through Bhagavad Kathas. And she spent the whole life with that. Or when Rajen Singh connects with the local wisdom, the dead rivers come alive and flow. But the anguish which Rajen Singh ji had, which also is a very central theme of our deliberation on Pragya Sadhana here for a couple of days, and I will just read a couple of minutes thing. I will quote one of my friend and mentor, Professor T.N. Madan. Secularism as an alien cultural ideology which lacks the strong support of the state has failed to make the desired headway in India. Instead, what have made great strides are apparently and by general agreement Hindu revivalism and Muslim and Sikh fundamentalism. But also the secularists who deny the very legitimacy of religion in human life and society provoke a reaction equally. However, the only way the secularism in South Asia, understood as inter-religious understanding, may succeed would be for us to take both religion and secularism seriously. If we do not balance and take a very balanced approach towards the both, I think we are in trouble. And in doing that, we have to have the courage, which as I'm inserting, using his language now, I quote, reject the religion as superstition and reduce the latter, which is the secularism, to a mask for communalism or mere expediency. Then the secularism as a concept of denial or equidistance of a state from the religious affairs of people in whose service the state is a very negative approach. And nothing positive can be constructed if we are concerned about organization in the service of humanity. Then if you have your basis is negative, then how can you construct something positive? It is not possible. So when we see to the Hindu organizations,